Aren't there a bit too many people? What the heck?
Oh, hello.
Hi, Nims.
At last.
I think this is
I
our
don't like this.
our largest banner discussion we've had since years ago. Once upon a time, we had like 8 people all at once, and I realized it was a bad idea.
Well, I think me and Frisk are leftovers from what we were doing earlier.
Yeah, definitely.
Top 10 from bottom 10.
I still can't understand Frisk. Frisk, are you human?
I can understand him better.
He's
Your
still.
mic sucks.
Yeah, his mic sucks. You gotta put it in your
eating
throat.
the microphone.
Yeah. All right, the newest banner is called Bond of Trust. Let's go over it. What do you guys think? Did you expect this banner? First of all, Legion, every single time.
Damn it, Nurgle! Why aren't you in this game yet? Yes.
No, you're a liar. No way.
Let's put it this way. Last book, it was 3 houses preceded by FE7. Now it's the other way around. That's the way I realized, oh wait, FE7 is going to happen soon.
Okay, I think at this point, IS has decided Echoes is a dead game and that they will never make a banner for it.
There are literally, I think, 8 characters that they can choose from in Echoes, period.
Okay,
They're
but
padding.
they probably hate Echoes. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think
Why
they
do
don't have a
hate it. I
choice?
think they just want to not run it out.
They don't have a
Yeah.
choice at this point.
That's the difference. That's probably why they ran Fates into the ground so much, because they had the cast to do it.
And they still do.
But why would
Because-
they?
Yeah, they still do because they kept running the Fates Royals specifically.
Right.
Yeah,
And their
yeah.
retainers.
I know, but it's been forever since the last Echoes banner, so I'm not sure what the argument
I'm
is here.
expecting the time. I'm expecting it's more time relevant, where the banners for each game are more so within a certain range of months of the year. So, like Echoes, Sacred Stones, Shadow Dragon, those would all be late end of the year. Whereas the start of the year, we have like 3 houses, Fates, FE7, probably also Awakening soon enough.
Well,
Hmm.
well, it's not Echoes, which also makes me look forward to the rest of this month, by the way. But yeah, what we'll see. Wait, that's Wadash Sachiko.
Yeah.
what is that?
I didn't notice
Drew
that.
Pent again.
Sachiko drew
It's a
Pent
very different
again.
way of. Pent's eyes look very different in this one.
Yeah, he looks so. That did not look like Wadash Sachiko art to me, but it is. Wow.
It's a shame
Oh,
Louise couldn't get the same treatment.
No.
Eh,
I mean,
can't
Louise
get
still looks
Pent up
really
with it.
nice in this, though. Can't lie about that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I guess.
Also,
Water
we've been
didn't want to
cloned.
draw 4 characters.
Oh my god, I hate being cloned.
Oh no, we're the new Freya.
God, I hate it. I hate it when the game gives us unexpected Echo Fighters.
What? Wait, who's
Echo
the?
Fighters.
Damn
Wait.
it, DS8. That's
Yeah?
ugh.
Nims?
Did they say who our free hero is?
Yes, it's
Our Demote
Sonia.
is Urk, and
Yeah,
our
talking
HP
about the
is
star.
Sonia.
Whoa. What?
Oh,
Sorry, it's
so our-
Urk and who?
Urk is the 4-star Demote, and then
Yep.
the GHB is going to be Sonia. Which is why I am very sad, because it's not Nurgle.
Ah, oh, okay, that's why you were sad.
Legion, you
Yeah.
have to accept that when he gets into the game, he's gonna have a janky red tone.
Yes, and I will use it.
He's gonna be
I-
incredibly situational. and you'll have
I
to
use
accept that.
Solon a lot! I would use
Solin's
Nurgle.
less situational. He's actually a bit more practical.
Okay, really quickly, that's really exciting news because if you guys didn't know, that's Nino's mom.
Mom with quotation marks.
No,
Extreme quotation
it's
marks.
that's Nino's mom. You guys are. Look.
Putting it in
Hey,
Streamcast.
hey,
You can
Nims, do you
look
want to
at
know who
the
Nino's
mark.
actually biologically related to who is in this game?
Who?
Technically.
It starts with a C. His name
And it
starts
ends
with
with
a C.
ass.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, if you guys didn't know, Sonia is incredibly hot. Here, this is what she looks like. I don't even know why I'm doing like that. I could just, just open the, I'll just open the browser up.
Yo, that's me. That was me up there.
Here I am on TV.
That's Nino's mom. That's where she gets all her good looks from.
I'm sure.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this because I love hot villains. God damn it, See, it's not enough to be hot. You gotta also be evil.
Oh yeah, that adds like plus 10 cool points when you're evil.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Guard bearing is a thing.
Oh yeah, it is.
Honestly, though, Sonia's design, I'm surprised that they would actually allow that to be a 4-star demote.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
I mean, look at Brunya.
I mean, true. And she's
Yeah.
probably gonna compete. Might compete with Bronya a little bit.
What if they have the same tone?
They could.
Oh God, please no.
holy fuck, is this legal?
I mean,
God.
it would be funny because that would mean they released 3 versions of Fimble better, but
Oh my god,
Why
that's
do you
right.
think she got a PRF called to rest home?
I'm obviously talking tongue-in-cheek, guys. Come on.
Come on, guys.
I
You gotta
think I
know
know.
we're kidding around.
I think I know.
yeah, Iris, aka Sonia.
Yeah, Iris, some girl that Nino picked up a tome from. No relation.
Okay, but like I mention this every single time. Who's best dad? Who's best dad?
Super ironic considering that Nimious tone has long
Garen.
spoiled her biological mother.
Exactly. Garen is best dad, just like Sonia is best mom. I mean, look at her. Wouldn't she want your mom to look like
I'd be
I-
a little worried if my mom looked like that.
Anyways,
I actually didn't see that one.
I'm looking forward to this. If she's really, really good, I'm gonna plus 10 her in a heartbeat. That's easy.
I might consider committing
your
to
best
Sonia. Maybe.
I am very lacking in blue tome, so yeah, I might commit as well.
Yeah,
as soon
she's-
as I'm done with Gangly G.
If she's Blue Tome, that would be huge because that would be our first Blue Tome demote since.
I'm gonna summoner
well,
support. No, no.
Bronya.
I'm gonna ally support her with Nino.
That's just cruel.
They're gonna
No,
be
you know
together.
what?
If she's blue tome and green tome, like that's a great combination.
You know what I'm gonna do when I get her? I'm going to summoner support or ally support her with Jafar.
Get Lloyd and Linus in on the mix.
Oh,
It's
Oh.
perfect for the Regal Blade. And perfect for the family.
I mean, you're right, but
All right. Anyways, let's go over
very,
this.
very morbid.
Yep.
All right.
Our first hero introduced such a fresh concept. I actually love it.
Even do with Sonia, she got
I'm
from
actually in.
Gorbachev
I know
again.
some people are giving it derision and some people are hyping it. I think it's okay.
Wait, wait,
kinda like
I
it.
don't
up.
think this is good game design choice.
Hold up,
I
really,
hate
really,
it.
really, really quickly. That last bit donation mentioned she has Fimblevetter for real.
Yeah, she has
Yeah.
Fimblevetter in her game. Fimblevetter was a C rank tome in Fates, and it's a A rank tome in FE7.
But it's an A ranked tome in Fae. That's the point.
Well, it's an S rank tome in Fae. It's a perf.
It's so good. Well, if she gets something similar to Fimblevetter, she will definitely be very. Then she can't be
She also
Blue
comes
Mage.
with bolting, so it's hard to
Oh,
say.
yeah.
Oh god, I hope please give her a perf. I really like the plus 10 her. I want
Yeah.
to run her and Nino together. Anyways, our first hero is a new concept. I never thought they would do this because it's just too broken. The reality is like these are unstoppable buffs.
Unless you
I
kill
hate
the
it.
unit. Unless you
I
get
hate
the
it.
unit down.
Oh man.
I hate it.
Farina's weapon is fine, I think.
This is
because it's
not
hilarious.
good for the
She
game.
charges hex.
This
is
setting a very unfortunate precedent.
I don't think the precedent's going to go as far as some people might be fearing, because it is
Maybe not.
Farina. It is Farina, and she is notorious for being one of the most quote-unquote pay-to-win characters in her game.
I
Right?
mean, you
Yeah,
literally have to
you
pay
literally
her
have to
as the
spend-
last bit donation mentioned. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, that's literally the entire point of her lance.
You gotta
There's
you gotta
only good
respect
people
that.
to give her.
You gotta respect that. If anybody's out there getting that shmoney, you can't fault them, especially if their services absolutely warrant it. And in this case, she absolutely warrants it. You give her 5 flowers as an investment. She gives you 28 extra stats at all times. Well,
You know, unless she's below 25%. which
that's
is
really hard to. I'm gonna
not
say that's
that
gonna be really hard to do, like without killing her straight up. You know.
Yeah. It's honestly quite solid. It's a markup on the price, but it is also a markup on, you know, the +5 all stats weapons we have out there.
Yep.
Oh
with,
God, what if she has
Claude
really
and
good
whatnot.
res?
I think she's gonna
Uh,
have really good everything. If she's +7 stats easily.
No. I
Better-
mean really good visible res.
Oh.
decent chance. Decent chance.
Yeah.
Better whip up those green
Oh,
archers,
God.
boys.
Okay. I just
I
want to.
mean,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'll just say immediately, I'm not too worried about her.
Really?
This is really going to depend on her attack stat, but I feel like there's just not enough insanity going on here where I will be actually worried to fight her a lot of the time.
Wow, because I see people putting dive bomb in her and a really strong special skill like Glimmer or Ruptured Sky, and then she just hits you twice and you explode because of the attack speed catch, attack defense rain, and hot shot lance, a guaranteed special on top of like extra what? How much extra attack is that? That's 7, 11, 18? 18 extra attack.
Oh no, by no means. She will be pretty terrifying, but as a generalist in 2021, you're going to still have some problems. You're just kind of going all over the place. And the dull is really good, but there are, again, more scary effects out there that I'm personally more wary of. I don't know.
I just hope she doesn't have a Sheeta or Claire type stat line.
She'll probably have a decent attack stat.
Because here's the thing, if she has a really good attack stat and they just give her dive bomb, that's what I'm so terrified of. Because with attack defense rain and hotshot lance, I do expect her to be fairly good defensively. Because again, that's 11 extra defense just by having those two things. And do you expect her to have like less than 30 defense?
+7, it's more like +8 since she gets +1 to all off the flowers alone.
Oh, that's right. Because if you make the commitment, you also have to add that extra flower. So yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I expect to be fighting +5 Dragonflower units whenever I'm doing things, so that's fair.
Right.
But
Wonderful.
I'm not too worried about that part.
Because here's what I'm thinking of. If she's anywhere like 30
First,
defense.
Farina checks your Dragonflowers. What's next? A weapon that gives you 20 stats and no follow-up if unit is summoner supported?
Okay, the thing is, if there's summoner support, it's more fair because the AI can't check for summoner support. So you don't have to deal with that. In this case, though,
have ally support skills. Summoner support isn't a big stretch.
Right. It's not a big stretch, but that's why like it's more fair. The problem here is I think in the hands of a player, tons of heroes are amazing in the hands of a player. But this is in the hands of AI, this is still amazing. That's what I was trying to get to. If she has just around 30 defense, thanks to the Dragonflower, thanks to her hotshot lance, thanks to attack defense range, you can easily find herself in 40 defense range. Easily.
Yeah.
Likewise, because she's a Pegasus flyer, if she has around 30 res, easily finds herself with 40 something res. That's why she's so scary, because if you can't take her, if you can't kill her immediately, if she initiates on you, attack speed catch, hotshot lance, attack defense rain, you might just explode, because that 2 cooldown special on top of that, all that extra attack, could be terrifying. Now I get it. Now I get where Legion's coming from. This is just a giant ball of stats. But the thing that accentuates this is the fact that you can't buff yourself against her. Any kind of buffs. No buffs.
Right. You can still penalize. You just can't buff.
Yeah, and that's where I think this is where it becomes problematic. Because say you're in arena, which I definitely think you can fight a hero like this in arena. It's pushing it, but some players will be fighting her in arena.
I don't know. Score 175 with a merge. We already know that.
Right.
Just get. I mean, let's be honest. If you're facing her in arena, it's gonna be Blue Dual Flying 4.
Well, it would be more fair if she used Blue Dual Flying 4, but I'm just saying, this is essentially a 200 BST flyer running around at all times, so long as they commit the Dragonflowers to her. Yeah. I don't know, like that's incredible. Like the promise here, I know it's just a giant ball of stats, but the promise here is just, yeah, she might have no true weakness outside, being a flyer.
Giant ball of stats is the big thing.
Yeah.
So I expect I'm actually going to be more pressured by her than some, but it probably won't be much more worrisome than having to face like a Dusel in defense, which is not to say that he's not a pressure point, but there are worse threats out there.
Okay,
especially considering she's a melee flyer. There will be some restrictions, especially in like Aetheryte's defense teams. Melee flyers sometimes don't always have the best reach or the best options to cover.
Yep.
I'm just trying to salvage this because at the end of the day, I'm weary. But there are some things I think that will be fine.
The problem with Pegasus and Wyvern Flight is it needs visible stats. That's why we were talking about it immediately. Like, does she have the visible res? Because if she doesn't, if you could give her Pegasus Flight or Wyvern Flight, she would be an absolute monster. Absolute monster. Like, the definition of being a monster. But
if she has 35-ish base res, then yeah, she'll have enough to be able to use Pegasus Flight. Because the highest base res of all classic triangle melee flyers is Fiora with 37.
Funny enough.
just as a quick reminder, it's not in combat, chat. Not in combat. The stats check is before combat. So you have to have visible stats. That's why, even though she gets all these stats, it's not necessarily the best idea.
Exactly.
Or that's not necessarily going to even work. But yeah, that's the reason.
I expect something kind of more on the lines like maybe a res-based Uranus, where because Uranus has a weird 33 base defense. I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of flip it.
Yep.
To having like 33, 31 res with more offense focus.
Yep.
For Farina. Of course, it's hard to say, but if her res is actually relatively solid, then the Pegasus Flight generalist build like DC can be really good. Or even just DC guard.
That's the thing. I think she can use DC. I absolutely. This is such a busted hero.
Yeah. Again, I'm gonna have to see the stats, and I might have to see some performance before.
She's hitting a 76.
That is a lot of damage.
I know it's a red mage flyer, chat. I know, but still, you don't just hit 76 like it's
Still
nothing,
well
you know.
over 60. Still well over 60 attack to have that happen.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to her. And again, you know, I like the girls in Fire Emblem that just like money. I also really like Anna, obviously.
And hey, at least now we can finally complete one of the White Wing Pegasus trios of Ilya.
Yep.
Farina, Fiora, and Florina.
Yep. There's a bunch of
still
trios
missing
in
one.
a bunch of different games. So yeah, it's nice to complete one.
Even though Shauna and Taya don't have Juno.
All right.
Unfortunate.
Next is Louise, though. Rainbow. Oh God, is that rainbow?
Yes.
Is that a pun? Is that on purpose?
Probably.
God damn it, IS. I just realized. All right. The rainbow. Oh my God. You have to pause, or you're totally saying something weird. All right.
Reading Rainbow.
Effective against flying foes, speed defense -5 on foes in 2 spaces during combat. It is literally just the skill the rain skills in a bow.
Coral Bow.
Yeah. Wait, you're right. It's just Corbel.
Which, I mean, that's what they're doing recently, is they're taking seasonal weapons and making them real ones.
Yeah.
Like
fair
with
enough.
Unbound Blade, for example.
I like that,
So
by
it's
the
nice to
way.
see that. Yeah, I think
thought
that putting these in the pool is good.
No, not just that. I thought the Corbel looked so stupid. This actually looks like a bow. You know?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
No, putting more seasonal weapons into the main pool and giving them serious designs does help enhance the pool a little bit.
Yep.
It makes options a little easier to get,
Yep.
even if Spendthrift is literally everybody's dream.
Yep. So automatically with Rainbow, she is a great unit on her own, but also a great support hero, because if you just go within 2 spaces of her, speed defense -5 is nothing to sneeze at. So yeah, if you're not careful... Oh crap! I forgot to use my last 2 flags for Rise. I just realized I was just like heading towards 12.
How dare you?
Oh my
We're
god.
gonna lose now.
Whoopsies. I just realized heading towards 12 is just like, I forgot something, didn't I?
You've doomed us.
Watch,
Oh.
we're gonna lose by a couple hundred points, and it's gonna all be your fault.
No, I'm gonna...
It'll be specifically your fault, and the game will say it. It'll make note of it.
I also missed 1 blue allies. God damn it, I knew I forgot something.
Oh, I probably missed one of those. I never get all those quests. I always forget.
Alright, it's fine. It's whatever. Anyways, the more important thing is attack speed ideal got introduced, which is like Snag, but this time it's unit's HP instead of foe's HP. And it's your bonus instead of penalty. It's like the exact opposite.
Catch, not snag.
Oh, whoopsies. Catch.
Yeah, slightly different skill line. I think it's pretty good.
Yep.
In player hands especially, I think it's pretty good.
Yep.
It's got the same bonus doubler criteria to it, in that you need to buff yourself to get more, as opposed to like Unity, where you have to be debuffed to get more.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same kind of idea here. And I know some people prefer to control penalty situations over buff situations, but honestly, for the fact that it is any bonus, it's not bad.
Yep, I like that a lot, actually. Like, it's... Immediately, heroes that came to mind are, like, heroes that have, like, nullifications in their A skill. So, like, if you use a sweep hero, you just want more speed and more attack, so they can't counterattack you. So those heroes fit perfectly. And then Blade Tome heroes. Now, Blade Tome heroes don't get, like, that as, like, actual extra damage, because it's during combat. However, that's still a lot more extra attack and a lot more extra speed for smashing your enemy heroes in one shot.
The big thing is that it's an enemy phase potential. Otherwise, it's just a push with a different condition to it.
No, I get it. Yeah.
It's enemy phase potential and also the +9 all. To both, rather.
Yeah, it has that's the thing. It has a higher potential, and it's not that difficult to use, and it doesn't hurt yourself.
Yeah. I mean, of course, it's literally a pushed condition in that you have to be at 100%. But as long as you can maintain some healing, that's not too bad. And
so,
again, any buff works. So especially with units like, I guess Brave Ephraim, who runs a buff-based kit, this would be pretty good. I'm not sure what the inheritance restrictions are, but there are some really good options, synergetically speaking.
Right. But here's the thing, chat. Do keep in mind, you can take damage. Just make sure you're buffed. You do lose out on the second portion, which is attack speed +2. But it's not that bad to get hurt. That's the thing. I think people lose their minds on trying to like get 100% of the criteria. You don't need it. Like, even without 100% of criteria, it's still better than, say, push solos. Like, it could be better because it doesn't have like a clear detrimental drawback. Like, you chip damage yourself, you have to be alone, you have to initiate, like for Swiss Barrel, for example. It doesn't have the same drawbacks. Just buffing, I think, is the easier thing to do, for example.
Exactly. Like, in my personal opinion, I mean, anything's better in player hands, but I think this might just be the better player skill because buffs are much easier to control. And especially in Ether Raids where buffs are everywhere.
Yep.
Unless you're running into Panic, this is a pretty easy skill to proc.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you're focusing on those single engagements, the +9 isn't even that bad to get either.
Exactly. So I'm going to say, like, this is probably your new best A skill when it comes to, do you want Swiss Barrel? Do you want attack speed solo? Do you want attack speed push? No, you want attack speed ideal.
Or catch. Or catch.
Or catch if it's available, yeah.
It's really going to be between those two. Because if you have a penalty-based composition, then catch is almost a given.
Yep.
But if you have more buffs, or more buff control, and less panic to worry about, then ideal is a given.
Yep. So I really like that. Attack speed oath, which just makes perfect sense because it works with the attack speed ideal. But honestly, I'll just be frank. Louise is getting foddered. I don't really see. Okay, there are Louise fanboys. I get it. But outside of that, unless you're like Mangs or somebody, this probably doesn't mean as much to you.
The problem is that once again, you have to fodder all four.
Yeah,
that one skill.
Right, it's not a good fodder. That's the issue. So it's a high commitment to ideal. If you want it, it's a high commitment. Aside from that, though, if you get Rainbow and then Rally Defense Res Plus, that's not bad. But yeah, it's a high commitment.
Yeah, it's not bad pathing, honestly.
Yeah,
for any arena unit or otherwise.
Also, I don't really
surprise me.
Chat, I don't really know anyone else who like is obsessed with Louise, so that's why I mentioned his name. But I'm just saying, I'm well aware there are people who really like him. Oh, sorry, like her, as in Louise.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Louise has her set of fans,
Mm-hmm.
so I expect to see a decent number of people commit to her.
Yeah.
She already had decent commitment when she was a seasonal unit.
She was like top 20 in CYO voting one year, which is the insane part. I never thought she had it in her.
She was campaigned for, but
I know, but like, even if you campaign for somebody, like, it's not that easy, you know?
Yeah.
Still a lot of commitment.
Oh, yeah.
Just fodder her to Spring Indigo or Spring Loki and you can use Double Rain.
I guess so.
Yeah. Archer Flyers will have a good time with this.
Yeah. Rain and bows. And then Rain in for like flying flyers. Sorry, flying archers, but yeah. Flying flyers.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think she's mostly fodder, chat, so I'm just gonna move on. I'm sorry. Like, if you tell me, like, if you're gonna tell me she's like better than, say, Norn or somebody, I'm gonna highly doubt it. Just from the respect of, like, I don't think she's gonna make a big enough gap in difference between right. I don't think there's a big enough gap to justify using her over a character like Norn, is what I'm saying. Like,
oh yeah, maximum investment Norn versus low investment Louise. You mean?
Or even max on both.
Louise
I don't think it's
looks
going to
like
be big enough a difference.
I expect Louise's offenses to be really, really good.
I expect it to be better, but the thing that makes Norn so good is, like, she's incredibly well balanced.
Well, part of it is also Norn is a generation behind now.
Even if
So
that's
it's
the
a little
case, we'll see. We'll see. But I don't like. If you 5-star an archer nowadays, if you max out an archer nowadays, that's 5-star locked. I basically have a very short list. Sheenon's right there. Oh, sorry, when we're talking about colorless, anyways. Sheenon's right there. Ennen's Ledgering Leaf. And then I'm just like Norn.
Well, they're
Alm's kind of falling off, but yeah, I get what you mean.
I don't think Alm's really falling off.
He'll
It's
never
just-
fall off because of his bow, I get it, but his stat points are falling off, and in terms of like...
Not especially, it's just the fact that Leaf's pressure is ridiculous, comparatively.
Right, but I'm just saying, it's just Sheenon and Leaf. I highly doubt there's any... Again, it's the perfs. The perfs. Like, the unique stuff about those two heroes that make them worthy to +10. But everybody else, if you don't have the perfs, I just say Nord.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just perfs in general really are necessary to make units salvageable for the most part.
Yeah.
It's just how the meta goes.
Alright, but Urk, I'm sorry this guy is probably dead on arrival. He's going up against Miranda, he's going up against Null.
I don't know if he's dead on arrival or if he's gonna just kill Miranda on arrival.
I highly doubt that. Miranda's... See, here's the thing. We know Null has less speed but more attack than Miranda, but Miranda has more speed, a bit less attack, and I guess the allocation on defense and res, I guess that's actually pretty comparable. I highly doubt Urk is going to be in the same class as Miranda, because otherwise, you just power creep the hero you released a while ago. Huh?
Well, that's the thing. I'm expecting it's gonna probably be about the same offensively, with Urk's big thing being that he has a lot of HP at the cost of his res. With about the same offensive spread, it may be like one less speed, maybe even one more, who knows. But I expect Urk to be relatively similar offensively to Miranda, while having a much better base kit.
So I actually... Okay, we'll see. But I have no such expectations. Because what you're describing sounds like a Tharja archetype, right? High HP in comparison to lower defense and res with good attack spreads.
Well, we already know he has 45 HP, and based on the Moonbow, he has roughly 34-ish attack, 36.
No, I get it, but it's the speed where I'm like thinking about. Like I don't expect him to be that fast.
Well, if he has speed res solo, speed opening, and Roth Fox, I'd hope that he has an actual speed stat. And
We'll
I know
see.
Speed opening doesn't.
We'll see, because Null also comes with Roar Fox, and he is not fast.
But he doesn't come with 2 speed-based skills.
I get it.
He comes
Yeah.
with the res one.
All right, we'll see. But I honestly, chat, like, I'm going to bet on Miranda still coming out on top of this. They're going to have the same BST total. It just depends on which flavor you'll want in terms of, like, the hero.
The big thing is, Ponza Loki actually likes HP stats, so already Urk has one thing over Miranda and an actual HP stat. If you need a red mage synergy, this is going to be your man.
But I would argue if you're going to talk about Ponza Loki, I'd rather take a Versa. So I get where you're going with this, but I still just... Yeah, it's difficult because it's easier to get infantry heroes than a flying hero, so that's why a Versa automatically has a lead.
Yeah,
of course,
that
a perf
much is true.
that helps. So, yeah, like I get the Ponza Loki angle, but I'm just gonna look at them straight up in terms of like offensive spreads and like what you can do with them.
Yeah. I just say that as one particular angle that he might have over Miranda that can't really be stopped, which is a unique one, even if somebody else went up to him.
Okay, fair enough. All right, but most of this is going to depend on whether he has the stats and stat spread to justify his existence. Because otherwise, it feels pretty bad. Because Null, Miranda, and now Urk, what was that, 6 months?
Yeah, I don't know why we got 2 fire mages and a dark mage in the course of 6 months, on top of 2 gimmicky dark mages back to back.
You guys realize for the longest time, we basically just had Tharja. Just Tharja in terms of like combination of free-to-play hero with high attack, high speed. Or high damage output capabilities. It was just Tharja.
And Morgan, don't forget him. Even if he's worse than Tharja.
Well, my man just got his refined. Well, he's getting his refined tomorrow. He just got his refined. So, we don't really know. But for like 3 years, it was just Tharja by herself. And then 6 months, they're like, hey, Tharja has company now. Tharja has competition.
Yeah, no, for sake of perspective, Tharja was the fastest Red Tome demote until Miranda.
Yep.
And then she was tied with Aversa, Mail Morgan, and Garneth.
Yep.
So that competition is suddenly rising, which is fair.
Which is
Good,
fair.
they're
It's
trying
just
to-
you kind of wish IS is like, please spread it out better. You don't need to do this all in 6 months.
Same thing with the healers. They put all the healers into the same time span, so now it's like we went this long without them, and now we're just getting them vomited all over us.
Oh, IS plan better. Anyways, I'm more excited from the fact that Speed Res Solo might be demoting. Even if it's not demoting, the fact that it's accessible just by 20,000 feathers, I like that. Because again, if you just run your Speed Res Solo here and then like attack defense solo and seal, or attack speed solo and seal, it's pretty easy to build a hero like pretty decently. The double solo kind of setup.
Speed Res Solo is already one of the most valuable sacred seals in a lot of cases, and having it on an A slot isn't that bad either.
Yeah.
It's actually worth the 20,000 feathers, I honestly think.
Yep, I agree with that. And it's not like speed opening's bad. Whichever skill demotes, I feel like a bunch of characters can use it, is my point.
Oh yeah. Speed opening is the likely one, which means we'll have 2 openings demoted. But if you can make a team of very fast units that are all based on that, you could really go to town off that.
Yep. Also, he's really good fodder for a lot of red mages. Again, you grab that Roar Fox and grab that Speed Res Solo pretty easily. Just getting
You could
need
technically
2 Urks.
You could technically path Roar Fox from Miranda into
Wait, no, it's null. It's null. But yeah, null.
Right, no. I hate that.
Because every Miranda we see just uses Roar Fox anyways.
It should have been the other way around.
Whatever. Anyways,
But,
popular
his kit
character
is-
came to the game. Yeah?
Oh yeah, very popular. He was top 2, I believe, for his game.
Mhm.
And his kit does not disappoint whatsoever. He may be another red mage, but man, they really didn't skimp out on giving him good skills.
I would have liked him to be a 5-star, but I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Eh.
I mean, that's just how things go. Like, who are you going to demote otherwise? Louise? Like, if she's
Yeah,
introducing ideal skills, I can't really fault her.